Back in the old days when you bought a new trailer, many times they came with used tires, believe it or not. Occasionally, every once in a while, you'll still see a new trailer sold with used tires. And then you had to buy the ramp separately. It was an option, and that's not that big of a deal. The problem was many of those didn't have a ramp holder underneath, so you just had to take the ramp, lay it down on top, strap it down after you've loaded your load. And I will tell you, if you lift enough slide-in steel ramps over time, it'll make your kids born naked. If your trailer did come with slide-in ramps, they may have the under the back of the deck ramp holder, which is nice. It stows them out of the way, keeps them off the deck. But when you slide it out, you got to grunt it around. And there you go, then you got to do it again. And I'm not against slide-in ramps. They have a purpose, but like I said, I'm getting high mileage, I'm looking for something easier, and that's what we're gonna show today. So for our needs, we're gonna install a lightweight aluminum ramp. We've got all of our hardware, all of our brackets, we have those laid out. It really requires minimal tools. You use a 19mm wrench, 17mm. You're gonna need some type of drill, whether it be cordless or electric, 1/2-inch drill bit, center punch if you need one to get your hole piloted correctly, a torque wrench because we torque our bolts and our lug nuts, tape measure, maybe a pencil, safety glasses, and a little bit of patience, and maybe a C-clamp or two just as an extra set of hands if you don't have a helper. So the first thing we're gonna do is take the ramp bracket, we're gonna slide it onto the rod, and you have to depress this to get it on. We're just gonna kind of put it there in the middle, kind of out of the way, so we can get our brackets on. After that, comes with 2 brackets, and again, these are all in the instructions. There is a left and right to most items. They have a good picture that's going to show you what that is. This is your inside bracket, outside bracket. And one of the key things is you want to make sure when this bracket goes on that it fits tight up against the frame, no gap. That could weaken it, could cause that bracket to bend, so it needs to go up all the way against it. And it's gonna bolt straight through the floor. That being said, make sure that you don't have any interference underneath the trailer. If you do, you may have to make a modification to that. But other than that, it's really put this up there, get it measured out, we'll get everything square, we'll mark some holes, and we will go to drilling. We're gonna bolt the index bar to the brackets using the carriage head bolts. It does use a lock washer and lock nut. I'm gonna leave everything just hand tight until we get everything fit. So this is setting up here nicely. I've lowered my tongue down to get it to kind of hold itself. But again, if you have an extra set of hands to help you, or you may want to clamp it, one thing you need to do, this is a piece of it's about 3/16 angle lip on the back. It is gonna leave a gap. They provide you with spacers to fill the gap. This would go underneath to help make up the difference between that lip. Then it also comes with another one. It's the same as your spacer, but it is a backing plate to go underneath the floor, just to act as a big plate so that it's secure and it doesn't suck the bolts through. All right, now that we got our holes marked, I'm gonna pull the brackets off and we'll drill all the way through and put our spacers and our bolts in. Remember to stick your tongue out when you're doing this too, it always helps. And the mounting bolts that go through your floor or on the backside are gonna get, along with the backing plate, we're gonna get a flat washer, and lock nut. And again, we're just gonna finger tighten those until we make sure we got everything where we want it. Now again, leave everything kind of finger tight or at least snug just in case you need to make an adjustment. Or if you're like me, and even with good illustrations and good instructions, you put the wrong bracket on like I did. Maybe some of y'all caught that, maybe you didn't. I put the driver's side bracket on the passenger bracket, so while we were off camera, I changed it out with the correct bracket. It took me about 15, 20 seconds, but what that is for is when you have your ramp up, just keeps it from rattling going down the road. So make sure to follow instructions or catch your mistake and fix it. Happens to all of us. So now we're going to install the ramp on the ramp bracket. The instructions say to make sure all your hardware is tight, make sure it's torqued correctly. So make sure you torque the nuts on there. And it's going to go on the second rung. And it does come with a nice Allen wrench for this. How many of y'all keep all your extra Allen wrenches from all the put together stuff you buy? Do you have a drawer full of them like I do? Or do you toss them? It's even a wobble Allen wrench. I mean, it don't get much better than that. That's your stand-up ramp. It does have an anti-rattle nut that you can put on here to keep it from going ding, 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 ding as you're going down the road, and that is adjustable. That's really all there is to it. This side is pretty much done. But before we move on to the next side, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Etrailer, for providing these ramps. I've had this trailer for a while, been wanting to do something on the rear end of it, really didn't want to use a slide-in ramp. Didn't want to use a gate because sometimes I have material that hangs off in the center. So I thought about putting some type of stand-up ramp, but I didn't want to put something normal. I wanted to put something lighter weight that's easy to use. I don't haul heavy equipment on here. this will handle any type, for most side-by-sides, four-wheelers, golf cart, even a small garden tractor. They're rated at 3,000 pounds total per ramp. So 3,000 pounds per ramp, so 6,000 pounds total. So you can get a pretty good load on your trailer. This is a 16-foot utility with 35, so these are going to work perfect for my needs. Be sure to check out Etrailer for these ramps. They have several different sizes. Make sure you measure your unit before you order to get you the right products. And as you can see from the video, most tools you're going to have, they come with an Allen wrench. You don't have to buy that. And the instructions are very good, illustrations are good, and a very, in my opinion, simple, even for a DIYer to install and get you a set of stand-up ramps and save your back from the slide-ins, or maybe add a ramp like I'm doing because I didn't have any ramps before. So we're gonna wrap the other side up. Be sure to stick around for the finished product and we'll make sure it works. I believe the Etrailer Rapid Ramp is definitely gonna be a game changer for me. I think it'll be a game changer for some of y'all as well. So be sure to check them out at Etrailer. As far as the install, pretty straightforward. I don't think it was bad. I think most people could handle it with just some basic tools. It even comes with a little reflective tape to put on here. That really completes the install. Once you use them, if you need to add some grease, they do have a grease zerk here to add some just general purpose grease to help them slide. Right now they slide very smooth. They're lightweight. The other thing I like about them, it's maybe not necessarily a selling point, but if you needed to take these off for whatever reason, maybe you had some longer material, just a few bolts, you could take the whole ramp off and leave all your brackets. I may use that in the future. So again, I want to thank Etrailer for sending these out. It definitely solves the problem for this trailer as far as a ramp setup. I really like it, and it's, like I said, it's gonna be a game changer. So make sure you tighten all the nuts with a torque wrench, and while you're at it, just tighten your lug nuts and we'll see you down the road.